Okay, I'm gonna help you a little bit with this other assignment that you had, okay? And what we're doing in class, we started this in class, okay? So we're just I'm gonna start at number 5, and then do some in class. We'll start on number 5, I don't know where I left off, but it says here, Mr. Thomason earned $17.50 per hour, okay, when he works over 40 hours in a single week. So where you go, 40 hours is what you get. You get hourly wage for the first 40 hours. After the 40, he earns $17.50 plus an additional $5.25 per hour. So if he worked last week, Mr. Thompson worked 47 hours. How much money did he earn for 47 hours? So remember, you get $17.50 the first 40 hours. Okay. And then additional hours, you get $17.50, and the word plus an additional $5.25 per hour. So you get an additional $5.25. So you get plus $17.50 plus an additional $5.25. That means you're gonna make, what is that? 22.75 per hour for the extra hours. Okay. So the first 40, you make this much. So the first 40 you're gonna put here, $17.50 times 40, because you work 40 hours. Okay. And then after that, how many hours did you work extra? Well, you worked 47 hours. So if you work 47, that means you worked 7 extra hours, because you're getting paid $17.50 for the first 40 hours, and you're gonna get paid $17.50 plus $5.25 for each additional hour. Well, you actually worked 7 extra hours, and at that you're gonna get paid this $22.75. All you gotta do is multiply. You get these two answers, and then what are you gonna do next? Think about it. Okay. Number 6 there. The temperature in Anchorage, Alaska was 4 degrees at 2 p.m. The temperature dropped 2.5 degrees per hour. Dropped. That means we're going down until 9. Well, think there from 2 p.m. all the way to 9 p.m. How much hours have passed? Okay, think about how much hours have passed. Well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many hours have passed? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours have passed. You're dropping 2.5 per hour. So 2.5 times how many hours have passed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours have passed. So that means that you're multiplying 2.5 because when it's negative, because it dropped, right? So we're just gonna see how what the answer is. If I drop negative 2.5, so that's 35. 7 times 2, 14, 17. One number to the right of the decimal, so 1750. So now I'm at 17.5, and then it says the temperature dropped another 9 degrees. So you went 9 degrees even further down. So we're gonna add another 9 degrees. That's 26.5. And so now the question is, how much colder was it at midnight than at 2 p.m.? Okay, so how much colder was it at midnight than at 2 p.m.? Okay, so you're gonna have to subtract. And what are you subtracting? Well, midnight then 2 p.m. So midnight, what the temperature was at midnight, and what the temperature was at 2 p.m. Okay, you have the answers there. This is the one at midnight, and that's the one at 2 p.m. right there. Okay, it was 4 degrees. You gotta find the difference. So midnight minus gives you the answer. Okay, figure it out. Okay, number 7 there, Jack bought a used car for $4,555. He made a down payment of $1,500 for the car, and he will pay the remaining balance in 10 equal payments. Right here, when you see the word equal payments, always think there, oh, I'm probably gonna have to divide. Okay, it's a division. Okay, but first, you need to understand that when you buy a car and if you make a down payment, you need to subtract to find out what the new balance is. If you make a down payment, that means you're paying on your car. That means you made a big one lump payment on it. So first you gotta subtract your payment, what the car costs, minus what you've given down as a down payment. This allows you to take the car with you. So you get this is your new balance. So it says he will pay the remaining balance, so this is what remains. So we're gonna divide this in 10 payments, okay? And so that'll give you 305.5. This represents one payment, okay? That's how much one payment is. Look at the question. How much will Jack still owe on the car after he makes 7 payments? Remember, you're gonna divide it 10 payments. We divided it into 10 payments. So we did right here. We divided by 10. So you need to make 10 payments to finish paying the car. Well, how much would you still owe on the car after he makes 7? So you've made 7 payments. You still need how many payments? If this represents one payment, how much money do you still owe? Okay. Number 8. The Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas can seat 77,000 people, okay, during a music concert. This shows, the table shows the number of seats sold. So these guys have already been sold. Yeah, están vendidos. Okay, they're gone. Okay, how many seats are still available? Well, think about it. What can I do? Well, I want to know how many seats are available. These guys have already been sold. Okay, ya los vendieron. So what I can do is find out how many have been sold. Okay, so find out how many are sold, and then you know how much is the capacity. You know when it's full, it's 77,000 people. Well, find out how many have been sold, and then you can figure out how many are left, or how many are available. Okay, so add them up here, and then your answer, think about it. How can you figure it out? Okay, number 9. Number 10. Number 9. Betty is making 6 cakes for a charity bake. Each bake requires the ingredients shown below. So she's making 6 cakes. Each cake, so we're talking about one cake, okay? One cake, each cake. So this represents one cake. Based on the ingredients shown, how many cups of flour and oil will she need to make 6 cakes? So, cups of flour and oil. So let's look at the flour and oil. She needs 2 1/4 of flour, plus she needs 1/3 of oil. So you need to, first you need to add those two together, okay? And then, well, you need 6 cakes. This represents only one cake. Remember, this is one cake. You want 6 cakes. First, you got to do this. So you can convert this to a, think there. What is the LCD between 3 and 4? Okay, and if you don't know, just put the 3 and the 4 next to each other. 3, 6, 9, 12, 4, 8, 12. And as you can see, they have a 12 in common. Okay. And so we can put here, okay, 2 new fractions with the 12 as the denominator. Okay. 4 times 3 is 12. So then what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. So what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. That's 4. Okay. Now that your denominators are the same, now you can add the numerators. So this would be 2 and 7 twelfths. This is one cake. Okay. Or you know what? In fact, I didn't look at the choices there, but they actually did it separately, so you don't have to do this. Okay. So I apologize for that. My fault. I didn't read it carefully. So don't do it this way. There's another way to do it, but look, they have it separately, so we're gonna have to do it separately, like here, 2 1/4, so 2 1/4, that's 1 cake, you want 6 cakes, so multiply it times 6. Don't forget, these have to be in fraction form, so do around the world. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1, 9/4, times 6/1, you get your answer for flour. For oil, you have 1/3. 1/3 times 6, we'll put it over 1, and you get your answer. So this is the flour, and this is the oil. Okay, do it this way. Okay, please. I didn't notice that this part here. Okay, that's my fault for, I don't know why I was adding them when the choices are in separate, which is good. Okay, so this is how you do it here. Just the way I have it set up. Okay, fraction times 6, but we made it a fraction, 6/1. Here we had a mixed number. We go around the world to make it an improper fraction, times 6, but we put a 1 to make it a fraction. And then you multiply across this way. And you'll get your answer. All right, good luck. Okay, number 10. All you gotta do is, on Monday, stock quarter started, the day was a value of $2.30 per share. The table shows the change in value over 5 days. Okay, so the change, 2.37, we added $1.05. So here, 2.37 plus $1.05 will give me 3.42. So now I'm at 3.42, but then I lost 98 cents. So you're gonna have to go step by step and subtract 98 cents, okay? Which will give you $2.44, okay? And then you're gonna take away 115 more, and so you're gonna follow this process until you get to the end. So I'm gonna do this next one. So 244 minus 115. Okay, we have to regroup. So 9 to 129. So now I have 129, and now I'm gonna add plus 74 cents, and then I'm gonna subtract 72 cents. So see where you end up, and that'll be your answer. Okay. I hope this helps you. Have a nice day. Adios.